Hey guys, it's me Parker. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing sign readings today with a new deck. I'm leading for all the readings with this deck. This week it is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Super fun. So let's shuffle and find out who I'm reading for. Who am I reading for? High Priestess again. That happened in the last reading. I've already read for Pisces. Cancer. The Chariot. There's your major. I already read for Pisces. And the High Priestess showed last time too. Cancer. Cancerians. Do 2 more shuffles. What wants to come through today for Cancer, please? Okay. King of Needles. The Hermit's on the bottom. That's the King of Swords. In this deck, they talk about the King of Air being a compassionate card. Surprisingly, with this deck, this one's coming out a lot. But yeah, very rational, logical king, masculine energy, man or woman, very decisive, intelligent. They're smart, they're good with words. They rule air, thought, and communication. I just saw the Lovers. That could be speaking to Gemini energy. We do have a new moon in Gemini this Saturday. So, new cycles in Gemini season. That's a lot. That's too many. That's way too many. I'm trying to keep the readings kind of a little more compact. Okay. The Nine of Swords. So a lot of mental energy going on with this reading for you guys, Cancers. The Nine of Swords, typically like a nightmare. It's a fearsome or worrisome card. In this deck, it actually does talk about what's behind the mask. That, is masked. Is not as scary as it appears to be. But it is a card of like mental, again, nightmares, worry, anguish, overactivity in the mental realm, overthinking, again, can't sleep at night. The Devil. You know what, I'm just going to keep it to those two, because that Devil card does seem quite fitting. Yeah, the 9 to the 10 of Needles there on the bottom. So when it progresses to the 10 of Needles, it's just done. It's the end of the Sword suit, which is like, if you think of like, if the Ace of Swords is mental clarity and inspiration, like, ideas, by the time you get to the 10, that's a whole energetic cycle of events that leads to, all that thought and, ideas being put into action. By the time you get to the 10, you're spent. Like, your mind is tired. This also is a card that suggests like one of my decks calls it ruin. Like, it's like something's really done. That's a lot of swords. They're sharp. It's painful. It's heavy. It's just something's over and it's progressing to this. The Devil. The Devil is major for Capricorn. So your opposite sign, the masculine patriarchal energy to your matriarchal Cancerian vibe. The Devil can be a lot of different things. So we'll see what comes out with the reading. It can be obsession. I'm kind of getting obsessive thoughts with this. And this suggests a need for clarity, but look how hard he's thinking in that picture. He's like, like overdoing it, right? And then we have the World. That's the end. The end of the major arcana. end of something, the end of a cycle, the end of this. So let's look at the Nine of Swords first. What deck? This one. It's very descriptive. It'll give us an idea of what's being worried about so much here. But with that devil there, it's just kind of screaming obsessive thoughts. And with the specific meaning of that, you know, the mask there, definitely suggests, like, you know, more to it than meets the eye, or like unnecessary worry is what it says in this deck. So we'll see what cards come out. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. There's an 8 there. One more shuffle. Tell me about the Nine of Swords for Cancer. What's going on with all this mental activity and obsession of the devil? Nine of Swords for Cancer, please. Okay, Knight of Cups and the World. Ace of Cups, that's good. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship. Spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, a new home. We have a Knight of Cups. That's emotional. The World, a job well done, joy, contentment, gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. The World and the Star. Happy times. It's an optimistic card. This is like hoping for a good outcome here. And then the Seven of Cups. A complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. There seems like a lot of thinking going on and ruminating. The need to do research, make long-term plans. That's very pragmatic advice. The wheel's under that. That's good. The Wheel of Fortune is exactly what it sounds like. Knight of Cups, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Well, we know that. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions. An invitation to a social event, specifically on this card. With the need to balance emotions, this kind of screams avoidance of emotion. Yeah, if there's a need to balance emotion coming into play, I would say it's a need to balance out that fear or that worry. Contemplative. But if this is you, it could be someone around you, could be very emotional about it too, especially with that the devil there, that obsessing about it. Tell me about this Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups, geez. Balance. A lot of balance there. Two more shuffles. Knight of Cups, Nine of Swords. This also is speaking to fears about something not working out right, like not playing out right, but there is a sense of illusion with that mask there about it, because the world isn't ending, and then we're getting lack and a lot of worry and attachment to that. The devil is attachment as well. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Nine of Swords for Cancer. Ooh, that came out really, like, kind of obviously upside down. Ten of Pentacles. That's an ending as well. Two of Swords. This is like a stalemate energy. It's like two swords like this. It's twos are always about decisions or paths, but in this card it's like between two minds about something, to the point where sometimes like they're just not moving at all. Like it's like a stalemate energy. Sorry, I just like totally bonked my kitty head bands there. That just feels like a lot of mental back and forth to me. If the Six of Pentacles is meant to come out upside down, that is like a totally imbalanced energy. Upright, it's giving and receiving, it's gifts, it's abundance being shared, reciprocated between people, gifty energy. In reverse, it would be like stingy, like no give and take, not budging. So that's interesting. I want to see what else comes out. The Devil can be a very stuck energy as well. Tell me about the Knight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles that came out. That could be suggesting to give emotion to the situation. Death, transformation. Knight of Wands. Passionate, emotional energy. Very passionate energy. And this is movement, but I always say this. It's not just this reading. I say this every time this card comes out in this deck. I always get a knight that's not moving. Even though it's the fastest knight, like in terms of action, like, you know, the Knight of Wands, like, is very impulsive energy. In this deck, I always get, like, a reluctant Knight of Wands or a Knight of Wands that's not really moving. But that's very personable as well. Very personable. Personable energy. Need to balance emotion. That's very rational energy as well. Two Knights, so that's moving. Things might also just be moving at a really fast pace with an event happening. Could even be a relationship with these cups and this like passionate king, or something's coming to an end and you're not ready for it to, you're not open to it, you're not moving with the tide of that. Maybe you have a preconceived notion of your outcome that you'd like, or it's just you don't like how fast something is moving, or that you have to move with it. But again, this suggests it's not all as bad as it seems. So let's look at the King of Needles next. King of Swords. Death is transformation. This can be a friend card, but it's just like new ideas, creativity, inspirations to start new projects or explore new studies. It's like pages, like raw formative energy, and then the King of Swords underneath that again with that Two of Swords, between two minds energy. But very clear king when standing in balanced energy, balancing the mind. Literally says the need to balance emotions here. This is refreshing energy. That's good. It's kind of breaking up that devil, obsessive attachment. Let's talk about the King of Needles, please. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. King of Swords. Okay, yeah, confirmation. So brilliant. Oh, there's the Hermit. Open your eyes to the possibilities. The Four of Cups underneath that. The Hermit, spending time in isolation, basically. Spiritual teaching and self-discovery. That to me is just screaming, allowing those emotions to come into play with how you're processing things. The King of Swords, brilliant, impartial. So with the impartiality, and again, that's why this card speaks to compassion, is that as a balanced King of Swords can be impartial, but still discern their thoughts and feelings about situations. They have control over that. They can integrate their feelings into situations and still act with composure, diplomacy, it says professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. that also could be referring to this energy as well. Especially when it hits that like 10 breaking point from the 9 of Swords. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental. You literally can't make this stuff up. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Like, really. It's the name of the game here with this reading for sure, is balancing mental and emotional. And that's why the Six of Pentacles comes out in reverse, because it's a very give and take energy. It's flow, it's reciprocation. I give as much to my thoughts as to my emotions. They are equal in my considerations. King of Pentacles. Generous professional. For some of you, this has to do with work too. Maybe you're leaving a job, and that's why all this world and death energy is here, and you're really worried about it. Or you have to speak out on something at work. For sure, for some of you, you could have been working there for a long time too. Just with this devil, that indicates some form of attachment. That is definitely, that energy is here, like, very likely possible for some of you. And it looks like it's hard. You're worried about it. Because professional's here twice, which is kind of interesting. Generous. This is a giving energy. This is a compassionate energy. This is a giving energy as well. Responsible, practical, successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. That suggests luck. But being tied to this, the Four of Pentacles. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. Both giving energies. Good business decisions. For some of you, this is totally work. But giving to those less fortunate. Also giving to yourself, allowing yourself to go there with emotions. We're almost done. My baby's starting to fuss, so I'm going to have to finish. The Page of Cups and Six of Cups. That does indicate children as well. Or meeting someone new with the Page of Cups. It also indicates patterning as well. Page of Cups, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase, heightens psychic abilities. Six of Cups, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. With Page of Cups, that's like being very open to explore your emotions with that, balancing your emotional and mental considerations. With that Six of Cups, again, it's all just kind of speaking to that energy of that ebb and flow with your emotions and your thoughts and balancing that out. Because this is like being open to it. This can be patterning of memories specifically. And then with giving to those less fortunate, this can be a very held back, stingy energy, like the opposite of this. So I'm going to leave it at that. I think my little one needs me. My partner just texted me and said she's hungering. Okay. So yeah, this is also open and emotional, right? There's really like a call to go there, and this transformational energy here with these pages. That's youthful, open energy. With a very clear king coming out, but make no mistake, like something is done like dinner here, like with the world. The devil entered, that bound up devil energy, that Ten of Swords, and death, showing, it's like something really is done here. So that energy needs to be worked with, right? And not fought. Roll with it, right? So I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. I wish you all the best. Till next time, take care.